Deep inside the quiet forest, an extraordinary story begins with a single insect.
She is a queen wasp, and for now, she is completely alone.
Her survival depends on one mission: finding the perfect place to begin a new kingdom.
Every second of this journey carries risk.
She must avoid predators, harsh weather, and countless dangers. But eventually, she finds what she has been searching for.
A safe, sheltered place where the first generation can begin.
Piece by piece, she gathers the raw materials for her future home. Her empire begins with almost nothing.
She works alone, making hundreds of tiny journeys.
Using her mandibles and saliva, she transforms wood into paper. Layer by layer, the fragile structure begins to take shape. At first, the nest is barely larger than a fingertip. But these tiny cells will soon hold the future of an entire colony. Then comes the moment that changes everything.
The first generation has begun.
Now she has something far more valuable than food.
She has a growing family to feed.
And the queen begins the most dangerous part of her journey.
To raise her young, the queen must become a hunter.
Her target is often hidden among the leaves.
The hunt is silent.
Then, in a fraction of a second, she strikes. Every successful hunt brings food back to her growing brood.
Inside the nest, tiny larvae are waiting.
They cannot hunt. They cannot fly. They depend entirely on her.
For now, the queen is not only a ruler.
She is hunter, builder, protector, and mother. But soon, she will no longer have to do everything alone.
Inside the nest, the first generation enters a remarkable transformation.
Hidden behind the walls, a new kind of wasp is taking shape. And then, the first workers emerge.
They are smaller than the queen, but their arrival changes everything. The queen's loneliness is over.
Now the colony has workers to build, clean, and defend.
They take over the work that once belonged entirely to the queen. Her role is beginning to change.
Now, she can focus on one task above all others: to create the next generation.
Days become weeks, and the tiny nest becomes a living kingdom.
Every worker has a role.
Some care for the young.
Others build. Others search for food.
And others become hunters.
Some even become guards. Because every colony has enemies.
And together, they can become a formidable force.
Others search for food.
At the heart of this growing society is one extraordinary individual.
Her greatest power is not strength.
It is her ability to create the future. One queen can give rise to an entire society.
From a handful of cells to a thriving colony.
Every wall is built by countless tiny movements.
She no longer needs to leave the nest as often.
The colony now works as one living system.
And yet, this hidden kingdom remains almost invisible to the world outside.
But nature never guarantees safety. A storm approaches.
For a colony built from paper, water can be deadly.
The workers rush to protect the colony.
They repair what the storm has destroyed.
Deep inside, the queen waits.
For hours, the colony endures.
Then, finally, the storm passes.
The colony has survived. And the Queen continues her work.
By late summer, the colony has reached its peak. Thousands of journeys connect the nest to the forest around it. But the colony is preparing for something new.
A new generation of queens is taking shape.
They carry the future of the species.
Soon, they will leave everything they know behind.
They will mate, disperse, and search for places of their own.
Each one carries the possibility of a new colony.
But the old queen's story is approaching its final chapter.
Her kingdom has fulfilled its purpose. Then, the seasons begin to change. The colony that once filled the air with movement begins to fade. One by one, the workers reach the end of their short lives.
And eventually, the founding queen's journey comes to an end. Her life began alone. With a few scraps of wood, a handful of eggs, and an impossible task.
From almost nothing, she created an entire living world.
And somewhere beyond the forest, another queen is beginning the same journey.
Another nest. Another generation. Another hidden kingdom waiting to be born. The secret life of a wasp queen is a story of solitude, survival, sacrifice, and creation.